Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. There you are. Hey, everybody. This is Sheldon St. Clair, and welcome to the 10 o'clock show, Project Management Today. Apologies for being a couple of minutes late. I was just kind of like finalising my setup, but I think we're good to go. And I've got, I know that when I did the show on Wednesday, I ran over, but this time round, I've got my trusty clock to my left, and so what I'll be referring to, and we've got 20 minutes, so let me kind of do a quick, let me start, let me start, okay. Right, okay, so as I said, I'm Sheldon St. Clair. I've been in the project management industry for about 20 odd years now, doing all things project management and all things PMO. So today's session, I'll be giving you a very, very brief introduction to PMO in terms of what it is, why it's been set up, when, the how, and the where-it-alls. Good morning, Roxanne. Good morning, Beata. Yeah, hi. Gosh, I'm sweating already. Okay, so by the time 20 minutes finishes, I'll be fine. Okay, but which will be too late. Right. So PMO, we're beginning to hear that term in a lot of offices, whether it's an IT environment or a non-IT environment. So I'm giving you an outline of what it is. So therefore, if on Monday people talk to you about PMO, you'll have a vague idea in terms of kind of like what it is. You'll know some of the jargon, and you'll come across as being charismatic and interesting and knowledgeable and a techie. So let's get started. Right. So PMO, it used to stand for Project Management Office. Yep, that's really what it is. So if you heard the term PMO manager, it means Project Management Office Manager. Okay. If you heard PMO, Project Management Office. Yeah. So PMO officer, PMO consultant, PMO coordinator. It's all the same thing. Project Management Office. But over time, hang on, let me wipe my face. Excuse me. Yeah, that's a bit better. Right. So over time, PMO has come to stand for other things like Program Management Office, like Portfolio Management Office. You may have heard the term P3M, which stands for Portfolio Program Project Office. We've got a new term now called ePMO, and that stands for Enterprise Project Management Office. And all that basically means is that, okay, whereas beforehand we were interested in looking at projects only, we're now looking at programs, which is a collection of projects. We're now looking at a portfolio, which is a collection of projects and programs. And we're now looking at the enterprise, which is basically everything that takes place within a company, within a business, within an organization, whatever that may be. It could be kind of like hardware, software, it could be materials, it could be goods and services, okay? So that's kind of like where the PMO started from. When I started, it was, we reported into an IT director, and yeah, we looked after IT projects. Now you're finding PMO in the business itself, okay? So in terms of kind of like the what, that really is the what. Now, why? Yeah. Traditionally, kind of like the PMO, like project management, came out of large-scale infrastructure projects like building the pyramids, like building an aircraft, like military planes, like guns and things like that, like railways and roads and bridges, big things, big buildings, or Trump buildings, big things, yes? So that's kind of like where project management really kind of came into its own. The PMO, but what they found was that projects by and large were late, overran their budget, didn't deliver what they said they were going to deliver. Also, there was no reporting, so senior managers didn't know the status of their projects. They didn't know kind of like what was behind, what was in front, whether resources had been applied to it, whether the budget had been spent. Also, there was an inconsistency of the quality of project managers working on a project, and there was no way of guiding that or remedying that situation. So, for instance, you may have within an organisation, you've got this team, this department, this unit, which is full of top-notch, qualified, enthusiastic, knowledgeable, good project managers. Whereas in another department, another unit, project managers weren't very good. They were perhaps kind of like young, inexperienced, not knowledgeable, perhaps not even project managers. Perhaps they worked in the business and they were told one day, you will manage this project, you will supervise this project. And it's like, okay then, but they didn't know what they needed to do. Yes, they found that kind of like, so there was an inconsistency. You would find that kind of like people were using their own document templates to report on. And that's kind of like where the PMO started to be started to evolve. That's a good word. Started to evolve. So in my humble estimation, the PMO, if used properly, is I describe it as the heart of an organisation, where you've got kind of like what comes into the heart. Air, isn't it? Air and oxygen coming in. Like project progress, like statuses, like quality, like inconsistent reporting, like inconsistent project management skills. So that kind of comes into the heart, but what goes out of the heart is the blood. Yeah. So it kind of feeds the business with information. It feeds the business with consistent reporting. It feeds the business with a methodology. It feeds the business with standardization and best practice and professionalism, and acts as a center of excellence. So that's kind of like what a good PMO will do. PMO has evolved so much so that you've actually got awards now being given to the best PMO. So in 2018, you've got kind of like a general competition where they say, okay, and this is the best PMO in the USA. This is the best PMO in Latin America. This is the best PMO in Africa. This is the best PMO in India. This is the best PMO in Europe. This is the best PMO in the Far East. And then they have like a general over the years of overall, this is the best PMO. And from my information is why. Now, I want to study why are these PMOs the best PMOs, and what can I do to kind of like take that and feed that back to my clients. Okay, so PMOs have gone a long way. Sorry, I'm a bit of a mess and I need a haircut. Okay, so so therefore that's kind of like the why. How am I doing for time? Okay, let me move on. So in terms of the when, PMOs kind of like normally stay with a project from initiation through to completion. So you remember in our session last Wednesday, I spoke about the life cycle of a project. It starts off as a startup. In a startup phase, do we want to do this? And I gave the example of the YYC, Inspire to Achieve event taking place in February, and also I believe that you're having some event next month. So do we want, no sorry, in November. Yeah, it's next month, isn't it? Yeah. So do we want to do this? Okay, initiation phase, yes we do. This is the budget, this is the resources, this is the business case. Then we move on to planning in terms of, okay, what's my communication plan look like? What's my resource plan look like? What's my risk and issues log look like? What's my quality plan looking like? What's my overall schedule looking like? And then the execution, the actual doing of the work, the building of the device or service or policy document. If it's producing policy documents like health and safety, that's a project as well, because it's temporary, it's got a start and end date, it's got a budget. Okay. Then we move into the close. Have we delivered all that we said we were going to deliver? And can we officially close this project, or does the project manager need to go back and complete some things? Okay. Now the PMO will stay through the duration of that piece of work, that project, that program, that portfolio. Okay. And the size of the PMO will be determined by the size of the project or program or portfolio or enterprise. Yes, so you could have. I've been in environments where I've just been a one-man band running the PMO. In other environments, I've had people assisting me. In other environments, I've worked for a head of PMO. So yeah, so a PMO can be different sizes. It's not a case of a one size fits all. It depends on what does the project need, what does the business environment need. Okay. Right, so therefore that's kind of like, that's that. And also what the PMO kind of like does is to produce reports, particularly at month end. Month end, there's lots of reports. So month end there's lots of reports. Reports like which projects are on time, which projects are late, which projects are going to be late unless things are done, which projects are over budget, which project passes the customer satisfaction survey. So we produce lots of KPIs, which key performance indicators. That's a nice term. Yeah. So there's reams and reams and reams of projects of reports. What's our risk register looking like? What's our issues register looking like? Do we need to focus on a particular project in the next reporting period to ensure that it gets on track? Yeah. And also, and again, a PMO can offer different services. It can offer basic services like tracking of milestones. It can offer advance of services like getting involved in change control, change requests, i.e. Mr. Project Manager, your project was supposed to go live at the end of November. You now want to go live at the end of December. Well, here are some forms that you need to complete where you justify the delay. And how much is it going to cost? What resources or extra resources are you going to need? Who knows about this? And then the PMO facilitates the, yes, you can do that, or no, I don't know what you're going to do, but you can't. Yeah? Okay. So we can get, the PMO can get involved in reviewing business cases. So again, in the initiation stage, we can get involved in, okay, you produced a business case, you produced a project charter, let me look at it to see whether it's a good document, whether it's got holes in it, whether you need to complete additional stuff. Yeah. What else can we do? We can get involved in helping the business to prioritise projects. So the business may say, well, okay, then we want to do these particular projects, these 10 projects. And this is what we believe is the cost of the projects. This is the benefit to the business of that project. And we can get involved in that either to facilitate that or to say, well, do you really want to do this particular project? Do you really want to do project 7? Because, by the way, we've produced a list that says all your projects satisfy this business objective, but you've got no project satisfying that business objective. So you need to create some additional projects to satisfy that business objective because you haven't got a balanced portfolio. That's another keyword, a balanced portfolio. The business's job is to make money for its stakeholders. Make money or save money. And the projects and the things that they do enable it to make money or save money. And the PMO can say, okay, then these projects help you make money, but you haven't really got any projects to help you save money. And then it works with the business to create projects or programs that will help it save money. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Yeah, okay, there's a comment here. Remember folks to like, comment and share. So if you can do that, that'll be awesome. That'll be much appreciated. Okay, and finally, I'm kind of beginning to run out of time, but I'm sticking to schedule. And finally, the who. Who works in a PMO? As I say, in most cases, the PMO as a business unit, as a function, will report into an IT director. Okay, and it will be headed by a PMO manager that will be involved in the main in, sorry, let me look this way, that will be involved in the main in change management and project management. But he or she will have people assisting him or her. People like a PMO officer that will be responsible for, I don't know, risk and issue management and change control and gateway reviews and reviewing documents. You'll have a PMO admin assistant or coordinator, as they're called, and they will be involved with the reporting side of things in the main, acting as a secretary at project management meetings. Most people who become PMO managers in the end start off as a PMO admin person or PMO coordinator. I mentored and coached someone who was a PA and became a PMO admin person. That person, probably 5 years later, is probably earning more money than me. Is more successful than me. Yeah, so so a lot of people I've trained, I was kind of like, I suppose kind of like they say, not being rude, but they say that sometimes as a parent you want your child to be better than you in all aspects, and I certainly want that of my children. And these people I've mentored and coached have surpassed me. So good luck to you guys. Okay, I want a job from you one day. Okay, so therefore, yeah. So we've got the PMO manager, we've got the PMO coordinator, we've got the PMO officer. You've also got kind of like a quality manager. Sometimes they sit in a PMO as well. So therefore they look after quality. So if a project is going from the initiation stage to a planning stage or phase, the quality person will say, okay, have you produced all the documents that will enable you to jump over the hedge from initiation into planning? Because there's a big meeting that says, okay, then you've completed all your initiation documents. Do they pass the test? If they pass the test, okay, great. You can now go into planning. If they don't pass the test, you need to go back and do some work. So the QA manager kind of like looks at that. And the QA manager gets involved in the project from start to finish as well. Is the project manager running this project according to standards and methodology? Yeah, that's, not largely what they do, but they do a lot of things. But they look at all things quality. Is what you're delivering of a quality standard, does it match what was in the business case? We always go back to the business case if you do Prince 2, or probably the project charter if you do. If your methodology you use is PMI, PMBOK. Okay, PMBOK stands for the Project Management Body of Knowledge. PMBOK. Okay, what are we doing for time? Oh gosh. Okay, and then you may have an IT consultant, sorry, a PMO consultant. So therefore, they advise the PMO manager, and they just get involved. A helicopter view, a strategic view in terms of how the PMO is working. Okay, so I think my time is up. Yep, 20 minutes or 20 minutes. So I hope you found this of use, hope you found this of benefit. If you've got any questions, please let me know. I do 2 20-minute shows a week, Wednesday at 8 p.m, where I tend to talk about project management stuff, and Saturday at 10 a.m, where I will look at things PMO stuff. And PMO stands for Program Management Office, or Project Management Office, or Portfolio Management Office. Okay, so you've got some new terms to show off to your friends either at a dinner party this evening, or church tomorrow, or work on Monday. Okay, so have a great weekend. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hope you're doing kind of like fun and productive stuff. And this is Sheldon Sinclair signing off. And remember, folks, to like, comment and share. Bye for now. Bye. Okay, let me turn this off whilst being professional. Okay.